Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on Owdham Vaults. Today we're not looking at an Isle Mill, we're looking at Mona Road and Mona Estate. Just to orient you, where we're looking now, that's Fields New Road at the bottom of this road of White Street, and we own Mona Road here, which goes around the estate of where Mona Mill and Ramsey Mill in that direction was. Fields New Road takes you to your right, which takes you down to Denton Lane and Carrill, and to your left down to Butler Green and Thompson Lane. And Niall Mill is on the opposite side. This is where Mona Mill was a site of eight other mills. You had Gem, you had Lark, you had Niall, you had Chadderton, you had Mona, you had Ramsden, you had Melrose, and you had Butler Green. So we're going to take a look around this estate here, see what's around, and tell you where the streets come from in this video. And this area is all filmed to Little Isle of Man, because Mona is Latin for Isle of Man, and that Latin name was the original name for Isle of Man, dating back to about 1884 BC, and that's really old. So we're going to have a look now around here. We're going to call on this estate at Erin and Lackey. But just before we go, let's show you this. So this part of Mona Road here, this was the site of a former Ramsey Mill, and Ramsey Street is just on the back now, and Ramsey is named after Ramsey in Isle of Man, also Ramsey Cotton Spinning Company. So this area, like all areas in Owdham, takes the name of some of the themed areas I've discovered lately. It takes the name from the mills nearby. Whether that could be, we just did a video, just check it out, linked below, where we took a look around Little Africa, and that was all named because of Durban Mill. Durban Mill comes from the South African city of Durban. So this is the same what's happened with Mona. Mona is the Latin name for Isle of Man, so all the streets around here has got Isle of Man themed streets, like Erin, Lackey, but we'll look in more detail on that in a minute, and Ramsey. So without further ado, let's have a walk around the estate and see what we can see. I think this estate was built around the 2010s. Before that, the mills, I think, ceased production around 1959, and then it was later used as industrial estates after being partly demolished. I'm going to be putting up some info cards and whatnot on this, and some more images so you can sort of see, but I just thought it felt like a walking tour of the part of it until we get to our next destination. But I'll tell you a bit more about that. But here you get a nice good view of Chadderton Mill, which was the first mill built by P.S. Stott, who was a mill builder, and he built this mill as his first mill. And it was built in 1896. Yeah, so we're now at the tip of where Mona Mill used to end. We've got a nice lovely park here, and we'll join you in a second when we look at this little cove here called Herring's Close. Herring's Close is a seaside place, seaside town in Isle of Man called Port Erin. It used to be a seaside resort in the Isle of Man, but when the tourism trade declined, it became a seaside town, not much as a resort. But I'll put a picture up so you can see where it is. So this is named after Port Erin. As you can see, it's a nice little cul-de-sac just off Mona Road. So that's the first one. Let's go around this area and we should go to Lackey next. So yeah, we're coming up to Lackey, which is just here behind this play area. Thanks, it might be just these as well, yeah. I am enjoying these like tours, I feel, theme tours. I am going to try and do more of these virtual tours in the future. So here we are at Lackey. I'll join you in a second once I find out where this comes from. Just give me a second. So Lackey is a village on the east coast of Isle of Man. The name comes from Lackey, which means salmon river, and the place is notable for its 3 vintage working railways and its water wheel called Lackey Wheel, what you might have seen in the thumbnail. So that's where Lackey comes from. So we have that named after the village of Lackey and the seaside town of Erin just down there, and yeah, a really nice view of Chadderton Mill, which we'll cover at another point. I might do the video from here because you get a nice view of Chadderton Mill from here. Yeah, so let's go and finish walking Mona now. Yeah, so there's not really much more to talk about Mona other than what we already talked about, but just wanted to just let you see the rest of the state. If you're not, if you can remember, if anyone can remember working here or anything, and you don't know what was built on this site, this is so you can see what the site's been built as. I can't remember the developer on this site, but at least we all discovered and learned that this is all Isle of Man. Do you ever fancy a holiday and you can't afford to go to Isle of Man? Just come to Chadderton. It's a good holiday destination. Just make sure you bring everything locked up. So yeah, it's a gorgeous day. And like I said, I do tend to try and film more things. Yeah, so we're back now where Niall Mill is. Wow. Yeah, son, if you enjoyed this virtual tour of Little Isle of Man, please give it a like, a comment and subscribe to the channel for more virtual tours. We're going to be looking at more areas around Owdham which are themed to former mills in the future, and we're also going to be doing more guided tours around cinemas, theatres, pubs and any other interesting things coming soon. So if you like these kind of virtual tours, let me know how they are, and I'm trying to improve them bit by bit. It's not easy, but I try my best to bring you as much interesting knowledge as I can. So it's goodbye for us. See you on the next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.